At the arena. No doubt, this is a club ready to handle this challenge on the road tonight. The bronze likeness of Lakers great Magic Johnson that can be found just outside the front door of our location today, the Staples Center.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. So the Nets starting five. They've got Kyrie Irving. Allen is out there with Duncan. Then there's Hardaway, and it's KD in at the three, the small forward. And for Los Angeles, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Williams. Then there's Harrell, and it's Leonard in at the three spot. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Here's Leonard, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And stolen by Junior. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. The pass to Leonard. To the middle. And Harrell, the bucket on the assist by Leonard.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
Irving finds Duncan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. It's good. And it's 6 points for Duncan.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Outside, George. Nobody near Leonard. Misses the three.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And the rejection by Harrell. Leonard against Durant. Williams for three. Cans it from downtown.
This is who Lou Williams is in a nutshell. An excellent shooter off the catch.
Down low and stolen by Harrell. Pass to George. Buries it down low.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Irving passes to Allen. He kicks to Hardaway. From downtown, it's rebounded by Leonard. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Allen. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Hardaway with it. George picks him up. He gets that one.
The ability to scan the floor and make the right decision. This is why you want the ball in Junior's hands.
Now Harrell. 17 points for him last game against Golden State.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Out to Hardaway. Inside. Lays it up off the glass. Duncan's got 8 points. Clippers with the ball. They trail by 1. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And there were a few teams that gave them trouble last year, but this team was one that you wouldn't have expected.
Now here's Williams. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State. Count the basket.
This is the type of playmaker Lou is. Outstanding at getting it to his open guys.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Total team effort in terms of passing the baton to the guy that's hot.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Landry Shamet comes in for Marcus Morris. Andrew Beverly's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Williams. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Joe Harris comes in for Kevin Durant. Luwawu is checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Passes it to Leonard. And it's blocked by Duncan.
It's tough to get past Junior when he's locked in. Opponents might have to challenge someone else defensively.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Zubac. The dish to Jackson. No good on the shot. Dinwiddie with some nice D. And here we go. Floats it up for Junior. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Great teamwork, impressive finish. That's the result of hours of practice getting the timing down.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Here's Beverly. 5 to shoot. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Spacing the floor. This is what they need from Patrick Beverly on the offensive end.
Here's Junior. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
This is his first free throw of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Garrett Temple has checked in for Brooklyn.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Now here's Jackson. His last outing, 16 points for him. Now the pass to Beverly. Offline with his 3. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Harris dishes to Duncan. Temple. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Jackson kicks to Leonard. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Duncan. The finish and the dunk by Duncan.
That's what I call winning basketball. Junior jump starts the fast break by timing his steal perfectly.
Jackson with it. Pass to Leonard. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Brooklyn. Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to George in for Jackson.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles. For your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
They're down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. And it's Shamet in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Warriors, was phenomenal. He tallied 50 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
That's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
The Nets have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. First one falls for him.
What I love about Junior, he's got grit and tenacity. He's always looking for ways to improve. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Now, here's Shamet. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of
56 seconds left here in the second. They can't stop the run with that one.
Good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And Allen slams it in.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
they're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
George passes to Harrell. Now, here's Shamit. Outside, George. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
6-second difference between shot and game clock.
Playing with so much confidence. When Junior finds his rhythm, he is a lot of fun to watch.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
George against Harris. And here's George. And again, no good by the Clippers.
All the energy is on the other side.
Second. You look at Junior in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Brooklyn now, Junior's out there with Durant. Then there's Allen. Then there's Irving. And it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Leonard against KD. Leonard attacking. Morris kicks to Harrell. Here's the triple. Rebound, Brooklyn. KD's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince Stark that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Now here's Williams. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Junior's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Dinwiddie finds Duncan. Count it, good. Duncan's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets.
And what muscle from Junior. Welcoming the contact and just pushing his way through.
Morris with the bucket.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Garrett Temple is checked in for Brooklyn. Crawford comes in for Hardaway. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Jackson gets the bucket.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Temple, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, easy call.
The Nets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Free throw, good, Irving.
I mean, it's so impressive. Kyrie's scoring ability. Terrific shot maker, obviously gets to the line, converts at a high rate.
Pass to Harrell. Right side, George. Over Durant. No good on the last second attempt there. Junior, he is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force, guys, for Brooklyn.
Also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Patrick Beverley out there with Williams. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Harrell in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Clippers trailed by 19. Pass to Harrell. To the inside. Here's Morris. Duncan with the block.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Harrell. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And the tenacity of Junior's inside play goes right into the defender to get a foul and put the shot up.
And both free throws good for Junior. Here's Beverley. Here is Williams. That one drops for him.
Using the pick to create space, something Lou does exceptionally well.
Nets leading by 17. Junior dishes to Hardaway. To the paint. Outside Irving. Down low. And Duncan throws it down hard.
Yeah, this is Junior going into attack mode. Rises up over the D and just throws it down.
George passes to Harrell. Floats one up. The shot, no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. And that one's good. Duncan.
Ooh, heat check after heat check. He rises to the occasion, trying to will his team to victory.
George, that's a 2-pointer, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Williams kicks to Harrell. Outside, George. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. A fader. George with the bucket.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Duncan, the pass to Irving. Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's George. George missing again.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Duncan finds KD. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Duncan's got 6 assists now in the game.
When the shots come to KD and the flow of the offense, it makes it much easier.
Irving against Williams.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
Controlling the glass helps them maximize their number of possessions. He's done everything he can do to help them in that area.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Back to George. You hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis. Yep. You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one.